Hello, good evening, y'all. This is your girl Sharita, the Behavior and Literacy Strategist, coming at you from the Morgan Unlimited Growth Institute, where you can find solutions for your child's behavior and literacy challenges, y'all. I have a good one for y'all. It's been a very long day. I'm very tired, but I wanted to jump in here and talk to you about this very important topic. I always say that about everything we talk about because it's all very important when it comes to our kids and their education and their success. Okay, so this is a good topic because right now we're in the summer, but in a couple of months, some of us sooner than later, some of us going back to school in August, some of our kids are going back to school in September, right? It's time to get started on this, and I'll tell you why in a sec. So the topic of today is how to get good emails from your child's teachers, or good reports. Good reports from your child's teacher. How to get good reports from your child's teacher. This is especially important for moms who are used to getting negative reports and not so good reports. You get phone calls from school, you get texts, you get messages. You go throughout your day, you really hoping they don't call you, but you on guard in case they do. You're halfway in your life during the day and halfway at the school, hoping nothing goes down. You can't really relax. You can't really focus on work. You can't really focus on your business. You can't really focus on cooking dinner, whatever you're trying to do, because you're hoping you don't get a call or an email, right? And then, of course, we have the progress reports that come out, and then there's anxiety around that and hoping that you don't get a bad progress report, and then report cards, right? And then at the end of the year, some of us, moms at the end of the year worried about how it ended up. Will they need summer school? So it's a lot. I know that it's difficult to get a negative report from your child's teacher, okay? And I know because as moms, we take our kids' success personally. And what they do in school, we take it personally, right? So instead of you being on guard, okay, we're going to be proactive. And we're going to talk about how to turn those bad reports into good ones. How to turn those bad reports into good ones, okay? All right, so again, this is really important. School is starting, and if you had a bad year the year before, if you had negative reports or worrisome reports about your child before, now is a good time to change the game, to get a jump start on having the best school year your child has ever had. Creating that with your child and your child's teacher, okay? Having the best one you ever had, and then seeing the transformation that happens from having the bad reports and texts and emails and everything to the good reports. So I have a couple tips here. Number one is instead of worrying every day about how your child is doing in school, and instead of waiting for the progress report and the report card, and instead of waiting for the teacher, hoping the teacher doesn't contact you with any bad news, instead of waiting for that and hoping for that, you're going to put some structure around it. You're going to create a plan, okay? You're going to set up a structure where you and your child's teacher communicate on a specific set of goals that you have for your child that you've discussed with the teacher on a monthly basis. And this is how my program runs too. Every month I meet with my moms, and every month I reach out to my students' teachers. I'm building relationships with their teachers, and we are focusing on progress. What progress has been made since the first meeting, the previous meeting to now. What progress has been made behaviorally and academically? How specific your child has some trouble sitting down. They get out of their seat a lot and they run out of the classroom a lot, right? And you have a goal that this month we are working on sitting properly during class, not getting out of their seat without permission, right? So you wanna check on that. You wanna have that in a specific action plan, so that when you speak to your child's teacher again, you want to be talking about, is it working? The plan we put in place. This is the goal. Have we seen any progress, right? So that's the whole purpose of the monthly communication. You have an action plan and you both understand what the goals are in the classroom, and you're looking to see the progress, okay, from the previous month. All right. So monthly communication. What's the best way to communicate with your child's teacher on a monthly basis? Now you got your structure in place. You know what specifically you're going to be talking about, discussing when you meet with your child's teacher every month. Schedule for the automatic email to go out on a monthly basis. I have one here that I got recently from one of my students' teachers. They sent out every single month. And they get used to it, and it's an email asking to schedule a meeting. And teachers are very busy. They're very busy, and they got a lot going on. So the quickest way, the best way to get in contact with them is for email to be sent to them real quickly. They can look at the email. If they know that every month you'll be meeting, they're more likely to be looking for that email and stay on top of it. You can schedule a meeting. You can schedule a virtual meeting, which is what I do with my students, teachers, because my students are all over the country. You can meet in person, but it's probably the quickest and easiest to schedule a quick meeting just to update the goals, and schedule the next meeting or go from there. Okay? So emails are great. Texting, it's not enough communication. You want to be face to face with your child's teacher. Why? Because you want to build some kind of relationship. Okay, it's much better seeing them than just sending a quick text. Okay, phone, calling them and everything. You know, call and leave a message, call and leave a message. But if it's a scheduled email every month, your teacher is now on that plan with you. They are expecting it, and you have a plan. All right, so next thing is there needs to be a plan for school, and there needs to be a plan for home, and it has to be customized. So in a school, that's the teacher's classroom, right? So the way that they run their classroom, your child has to follow the rules in the teacher's classroom. And the goals that the teacher has for your child's teacher has for your child, may be a little bit different in how things go than what you have going on at home. Okay, so that's whatever the teacher needs at the school, you can incorporate into your plan at home. So if your teacher needs your son or your daughter to sit down when it's time to do their work, then you can put that in your action plan at home too, and practice. Have your child practice, do drills, pretend like they're in a classroom, pretend like you just came back from lunch. What is the first thing you do? You'll go and say, okay, show me how you grab your stuff, and or you put your stuff away, you go and sit down and you pull out your math book and get ready. Okay, show me. Okay, so you have that. You can mirror some things that the teacher needs in school, but you also have things like clean your room, do your chores, right? And for them to earn their game time and stuff. That's another topic. Okay. So you need a plan for school, and you need a plan for home. Another thing you need to include in your plan for school, and your teacher, your child's teacher is going to be on the same page with this, is if you get a bad report from school, what are you going to do at home? Okay. If you get a good report at school, what are you going to do at home? That creates my internet. The connection's acting up a little bit. Sorry about that. That creates a bridge between the school and the home, and it makes your child become accountable. So if they're not doing what they got to do with school, and they know that the teacher is going to report that to their mom, and their mom at home, they know what's going to happen when they get home. If it's consistent, and you hold your child accountable, they start to be responsible for their own behavior, for their own actions. Okay, so create that bridge from school to home, so as the teacher don't have to work real hard to manage your child's behavior, and you don't have to work real hard at home. It's like it is what it is. You know what happens if this happens, is if you don't follow directions. You know that if any of that happens, if I get a phone call from your teacher, this is the consequence. If I get a good, this is the consequence. Okay, all right. So those are the 3 things I want to put in there. Have a monthly communication with your child's teacher. Send it by email, right? A plan for school. Your teacher, make sure you understand what your teacher needs in the classroom, your child's teacher, and then understand what you need as your child's mother at home for your house to run. And make sure your child understands that, takes responsibility for that. Also, have a plan in place if that you get a bad report from school. So they already know what it is. We don't even have to talk about it. We already know. Okay? This is what you got to do now. And if you have a good report from school, same thing. So they are now making choices because they understand, if I make this choice, I'm going to have this kind of negative consequence, or I have this kind of a positive consequence. What do I want to do? What kind of consequence do I want to have? We want our children to take responsibility for their actions like that. When we set up a structure like that, it helps them take responsibility. It puts less work on us and more responsibility on them. Okay? Uh-oh. Okay, I gotta go in a second. So let me read. Okay, all right. I saw what happened. Hold on 1 second, mommy. Almost done, okay? Wait right there. I saw. She wanted to come out the room and Jazzy wasn't letting her. Okay, so now for the monthly teacher conference. Okay, email that my student's teacher sent me. So it says, "Hi, Miss Sharita. I truly miss," and talking about my student, her name. "I truly miss Sweet," and we'll say Laura. But I know she is in the best hands with you. Unfortunately, I don't have any data to share with you about her progress. All of our stuff is packed up in boxes. We are moving our school down the street. So she just got the latest email, but it's summertime now, so she doesn't have any access. But she said, "But I can tell you for sure what difference I saw in her reading ability by the end of the year. For the month of June, I was writing a morning message on the board every day, and she would come read it to me. She loves learning so much. She's like a sponge. Please give her a big hug for me." And she talks about recommending this program. Okay? So, and then she says, "Wishing you and your daughter a wonderful, safe, fun summer." So I've built a relationship with the teacher over the time that we've been communicating. She's happy to communicate with me, answer my emails, or meet with me. And also she's telling me what's been going on in the classroom with our student here. Okay? So this is a good email. So imagine if your child started out and you was getting bad emails all the time from your child's teacher, and it turned from that to this, or your child reading and functioning below grade level, your child is behind, your child all of a sudden, and then all of a sudden, at the end of the year, you're getting reports that your child's reading has improved dramatically. That is a result of you and your child's teacher being on the same page. Okay? So we're going to go. I thought I was going to have to run off of here because Maya was crying, but it looked like they done worked it out. Okay? I work from home, doing a live from home, and now they're getting ready to get into bed. Okay, so for more information on tutoring coaching program, go to growthinstitute.mykajabi.com. If you look for a way to improve your child's behavior and literacy from home, connect with teachers, take better care of yourself, get your child functioning at or above grade level in literacy, language arts, math, word problems. That's what we're doing here. We want our children to function independently. We want them to drastically improve their reading levels. We want them to function above grade level. We want their behavior to improve at home with us and in the class. We want them to improve their focus. We're doing big things here, y'all. All right? So go to Growth Institute. growthinstitute.com. That's growthinstitute.mykajabi.com. Once again, sorry about the connection. All right, love y'all. Believe in yourself, believe in your child, honey, and always remember that growth is unlimited. Peace.